for it.
What does a dyslexic, agnostic, and insomniac do? Well, we'll tell you right after this.
We'll talk about it.
So any thoughts on that question? What does a dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac do?
Are you dyslexic?
No.
Are you
I was like
agnostic?
agnostic.
No, this isn't about me or anyone that I know.
Okay,
This
so
is
it's
a
an
true riddle.
actual-
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
A dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac lies awake all night long wondering whether or not there really is a dog.
But
I'm going to have to get a little deeper into this cup
It
of
fell
coffee
flat.
before I can engage.
it fell flat.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That is kind
there's,
of.
there's 3 people watching and laughing. Right?
3 people are like,
Well, there's 3 people watching anyway.
3 people.
I think we all had a
Maybe.
rough night last night.
I think Beth said hi while I was.
Beth did say hello.
I'm
Good morning, Beth.
behind. I'm confused. I'm not sure where I'm at. Oh my gosh, I didn't turn my volume down.
Oh my goodness.
What a mess.
I'm gone for 1 week, and this is what I come back
it
to.
falls apart.
I'm feeling the after effects. I feel like I had the flu a week ago.
Well, I'm having my storytime coffee, and I'm having a bagel and a schmear.
Miguel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You had
Schmear?
did you get the everything bagel?
I did.
Yeah, it's so good.
Those are tasty. I've gotten them before.
I did a blueberry muffin today.
What is the dill pickle with this flu that's going around?
Well, you know that I don't like dill. And,
know.
let me also say for the record, I don't enjoy the flu.
Like I see, to me, it's very late for a flu. Like
Yeah, mid-March.
what?
For me.
Who goes down with? I know multiple people the week before spring break and on spring break who were like, I had the flu.
We had on the girls soccer team. Of course, we have to have soccer practice during spring break because we've got our first
There's
weekend
only so
tournament.
much
Yeah,
time,
right.
yeah.
You've got to get certain number of practices in. But we had each day there was a new player out with the flu, and I thought I had escaped it all. And then the Monday after spring
gotcha.
break, it hit me.
It came
So,
for you.
and I tell you what, and it was 36 hours of I was writhing in pain. I had an ice pack on my head, couldn't keep my eyes open.
Dad,
That kind of yeah. And
It was severe. I mean, multiple people were down. Like JR was down with it. His family had it. Like I know. I mean, a lot of people because he's like, oh, I've got the flu. I'm like, don't come to the office. I don't want that.
yeah, it was gross.
That's
I
really
would take
good.
I'd take a week of COVID over that 36 hours of flu.
Yucko.
For me, my experience,
Yeah.
it was
And I don't know.
me
it was
too.
not fun.
Yeah.
Those are good bagels.
Sounds really good.
Story's got good bagels.
They're
From New York.
crispy on the outside
Yeah.
and they're soft on the inside.
They're very
There you go.
crisp. It's got a nice
Straight from New
crunch.
York.
It's
Yeah.
very soft. Do they come with a side of grumpiness and
No,
and good food?
by the time they arrive in the Ozarks,
They've
but they've
calmed.
made it over the mountain,
They've tempered.
the mountaintops into the
As
bowl.
The bagel walks down the street. It says hello to people.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Do you have a casserole?
Got
Ooh.
into past all of the mountains that ring.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
carefully journeyed across the Ozark Mountains to land in the bowl that we all live that is very inaccessible.
But very sweet and kind and
Very sweet and kind.
apologetic.
We make biscuits here, not bagels.
Good morning, Sue.
Oh, good
Yeah.
morning,
And
Sue.
Gravy, yeah.
Sue's crew had a busy week last week. Was the old St. Patrick's Day? They had a lot of good stuff. There were lots of people enjoying some delicious baked goods and lunch and all kinds of stuff. It's fun to watch.
Pre-ordered the pot pies for Friday so that I would have some.
That's a good call.
Yeah, and so I think we've got them in the freezer still. We ended up with some other stuff we were cooking over the weekend.
You can have a run on pot pies and lose your pot pie chance.
Those are so good.
They are so
So
good.
tasty.
Delicious, absolutely delicious.
Well, on Friday, we had our first girls soccer game of the season. It was a
yeah.
tournament in Lebanon,
Was
and
it warm
so
Friday? Or
it was
cold?
okay.
Okay.
It was a little chilly, but this time of year that we call that good weather
Yeah.
in spring soccer. But
Wow,
yeah,
she sold 80 pot pies.
wow, that's
Holy
incredible.
guacamole.
That's doing up the Irish thing right.
More impressive.
Love a
than
good meat
selling-
pie.
More impressive than selling 80 pot
Sale-
pies is making.
Yeah, no
80
doubt.
pot pies.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we decided, hey, the boys play in the Final Four at 10 a.m. Girls, what do you think? Early day, like get up at 6 a.m., drive up there, watch them, and then
Yeah.
drive to Lebanon and play our tournament
Oh,
game.
yeah.
And they were all for it, supporting
is
the
our
guys.
Good
So,
job, ladies.
so that was a fun experience
There's
to
an
take.
airdrop, airdrop
Parachute
like
the gals into the
military
Ozarks.
operation.
We can't make it over the hills, boys. Send them in by air.
Yeah.
I've seen the packages land right in front of
Drones.
Sorry,
Yeah. Well, and the
Well,
boys.
good for them. For
Yeah.
them wanting to
It's fun. They
support
did
the crew.
They did really well. It's a shame they lost that first day, that first game, because they were right in that game against a really good John Burroughs side.
Well, and that's what's always kind of tricky about that Final Four. Really, any Final Four of any tournament, you can have the best team, or maybe the second best team, take third.
Right.
Just because of the luck of the draw, so to speak.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just good to see everybody
That's
get
the
out
way
and
it
support.
goes.
That was the thing
Kicks.
that I walked away going, man.
That's really
we've
cool.
got
That's the start of a joke.
we've got an awesome community, like a really supportive community. It's
Yeah.
fun watching the families go up there, and especially given that it's during spring break. It was neat.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
Cool deal.
It's very cool. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I missed that about kicks. What do you say?
He said a pastor,
Realtor.
a lawyer, and a realtor walk into a studio. ...
Yeah.
It's like, yes, it is the story.
Every Tuesday for 4
What is
years.
the Beauty and the Beast line? Something as old as time?
Tail.
A tail. There
Tail.
it
Tale
is.
as old as time.
I'm not firing on all cylinders because my electrical service decided to catch on fire at 11:30 last night. Right as I was dozing into the comforts of sleep, I see
Sparks?
I heard something.
Caught a whiff of ozone.
I was like, I heard something, and then I hear this boo, boo, boo. I'm like, why is that not stopping? What is that noise? And so I woke Jesse up because the initial thing never wakes up the guy.
Right.
No. So the secondary thing might, but
The secondary thing being the wife.
and I'm like, what? Yeah, and I'm like, what is that? What is making that weird chime? These happy electronics make these chimes for us to let us know things instead of like we discussed before, the old dryer.
Was that your fire alarm?
No, it was our oven, and it was flickering
Oh, because-
on and off.
on
Because
off.
it's electrical system.
Yeah, and so it was flickering, and I'm like, well, what is going on here? And then I see commotion outside, and there's much like the Olympic flame, it's burning on my electrical line over by the pole. My neighbors are outside. But I will say, I very much appreciate the police department and the fire department for coming and, hanging out and watching it until Webster Electric could get there.
Well, I'm glad it was outside your house.
Yeah, I'm 100% glad my house didn't catch on fire last night. Well, then it's like, what do? It burned for a while. I mean, it was a while, like maybe 30 minutes, maybe more. I don't know. It was hard. The timeline is fuzzy in my head. And then a very cheerful Webster Electric guy showed up, I think somewhere 12:31. I'm just not real sure. And got me fixed.
All right.
And I was like, thank you for all these services, because they can stand out there and watch what's happening while I am in my home. Because I was afraid to go out on my front porch. Like, the line runs right there. And I'm like, if that puppy goes, I was just waiting for it to burn in half and drop.
Well, when
Back to
things,
the Future style.
Yeah.
when things like that happen, and you see things like that happen, I have a really weird reaction, because my first inclination is, how do I help? And then I'm
You
like,
don't.
I'm of no use in this scenario whatsoever. Yeah. Well, like, I'm driving home, I think it was Friday, right? And I mean, I see fire trucks, and I get ready to turn onto U Highway to go south, and I'm like, oh, that's why there's fire trucks, because there was a car sitting there on fire.
Yikes.
And I'm like, well, what should I do here? How should I? I'm like, I should help by turning around and leaving.
I should help by getting out of the way. Yeah.
Ask any fireman or police officers, and they'll tell you, please just,
so it
just
feels,
move on, Gawker.
I think, as a man, a little awkward to like leave the scene of an emergency.
Depends on the man.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it feels a little awkward to me. But I just took a U-turn and I went back to Gypsy Flats Road and just went home a different route so that I was not in the middle
Yeah,
of
because
that.
I'm going to say like 99% of the time, the rescue people just want you to leave, get out.
Whenever there's
Go on, get.
whenever there's an incident like that, you don't need the lawyer then, you need the lawyer later.
Later, yeah, yes.
And you hope you don't need the pastor.
Yeah,
Well, and
indeed.
I can officially say I got to talk to a police officer in my bathrobe. I was one of those people because I'm like, I can't, what do I do? And finally I poked my head out the front door and I'm like, because my initial thought is this something that like came from our house? Because if so, we have a problem.
Right.
And because it's definitely just our line on fire, but it was really close to the pole.
Well, that reminds me of my wife's favorite meme. Remember, folks, it's tornado season. Teeth and bras. Teeth and bras.
Yes, teeth and bras.
When the news crew shows up.
Yes. Yes.
Teeth and bras.
So I'm sure he got a kick out of that. Because I was like, is that what?
Speaking of tornado season, we had a little fun around here last Thursday.
I'd already forgotten.
Yeah, I know, right?
It got a little breezy.
Got a little
Oh my gosh, and
insane.
bless the hearts of the people who lost their house
Yeah.
over in Patriot
Right
Place.
here.
What
I mean,
the
just
heck?
just right here.
Lightning.
Lightning likes
Yeah.
to strike this area.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if we need some more tall trees. I don't know what the deal is, but they have struggled. The water towers get struck over here. As your building's gotten struck before, hasn't it? Maybe? I don't know.
Clock
Maybe
tower?
I
not.
don't think we did.
The clock tower.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah!
It was perfect for my DeLorean, though. I mean,
Yeah. Got
it
that
worked
thing
out
running.
okay.
All right.
That was crazy.
Lauren, you have a question.
I'm not
A
going
viewer
to comment on my comment is no comment because I mean basically it's I'm not a lawyer and I'm not involved in the case since I'm not going to comment, but it'll have impact. I mean, you'll adapt. Things will change.
Well, what's the 30-second version of what
Yeah,
happened?
what NAR is. Theologically, I know what NAR
Association
is,
of
but
Realtors would be my guess.
NAR is the national.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I really don't even want to try to explain what's going on with it. I've been following it. I'm aware of it. The general opinion of our brokers is, this is not settled yet. Let's not try to diagnose what happened. But I think the best thing to do is to Google it and read the articles.
DuckDuckGo.
It's a pending lawsuit, and the comment I will say is that, and it involves multiple brokerages and things like that.
That sued NAR.
I honestly am not sure. I'm not sure who all is involved in the lawsuit,
Gotcha.
and I don't want to misspeak because I am not. I've been following it throughout the entire time, but. It's just one of those things that's going to change our industry most likely, and we don't know how yet. And,
that's not unsettling at all.
And what will happen, though, is the lawyers involved will make a bucket load of money.
Darn straight.
So that's my 2 cents on that. The lawyers involved, thanks, Kicks, are going to make a bucket load of money. So, and I think it's it is a class action.
Oh yeah,
And,
those are always about the
So,
lawyers. Yeah,
there you go.
You get a coupon for a free brisket at Denny's, and the lawyers get the millions.
Yeah.
in attorney
Everybody
fees.
gets their little share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a member of NAR, so I mean, like I said, I'm not going to, diagnose the situation. I will adapt and deal with it as it changes our industry. So,
Yeah,
which I mean, that is the nature of the world we live in.
Chris, of course, was thinking of the new apostolic, what they call it, revolution or
Reformation.
Reformation. Yeah, not a fan.
Not well. Yeah. We probably don't want to jump into that today. I jumped into that a year ago.
2 thumbs down.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah,
Go figure.
and it's still burning.
And
so
boy, yeah, this week. I understand.
exactly. Yeah, we'll just
as it
leave that hot topic alone. And,
Sure, why not?
yeah, I mean,
So we lost a couple shingles, but big deal.
Did ya?
Yeah, but we are.
we shall rebuild.
Yeah, it's like that's another good meme. Like
That's a great
the card table flipped over in the yard.
We will rebuild.
It got dicey. It was funny though at our house though, because my house back in the day, I've been told, used to be used as a storm shelter because it has a basement. It used to be a church.
Right.
And so my brother Ryan and his family will come over to our house when the weather's looking particularly nadery. And we also had guys working in our basement. And so at one point it was my family, Ryan's family, and the guys working in the basement in closets in the basement. Like,
So how you doing?
Hey, what are you guys doing?
I was driving back from visiting with my accountant, and so as I'm driving home, I'm getting the warnings like, okay, here's the deal. And so I call Shayna. I'm like, so are you watching Ron Hurst? What's he saying? Like,
Does he have shorts on?
does he? Yeah. Like, where are we at here? Shorts, no shorts. So she kind of gets in the freak out mode. Like, we need to hide. We're all gonna die.
Run for the hills.
I'm more of like, let's look at the radar, then let's go look at the sky. You know, kind of like to see this. And so I'm on the phone with her as I'm driving. Like, I'm hearing it's in our part of Christian County. Are you watching, Ron? What's the radar? You know, I don't know how to read the radar. Why don't I get home? And I'm like, well, I just need to know if I'm driving into it right now or if it's like down by Sparta.
How big
like
is the red blob?
right,
And where
yeah.
is it?
Yeah, look for the red and green converging, right? If you can tell me where that is. And she's like, I don't know where it is. I'm like, well, it would be nice if you could maybe take a breath and try to tell me so I know if I'm dying as I drive or if I'm driving to shelter.
It begs the question: Who does the pastor go to for marital counseling?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I was
funny.
driving to the Martin Center
Yeah.
for my MRI, so I'm trying to get in so I not need a second MRI
Yeah,
for the hail that
yeah, right,
smacks me on the
exactly.
noggin on the way.
Oh man, it was pretty crazy. It had that color, that freaky green
Oh,
color,
yeah,
where you're like,
yeah.
oh, we got a problem when
Yeah.
the sky turns a weird color.
Out and calm and green. This is weird.
Shelby
That's when
felt
it
like the
gets extra
rotation was
dicey.
right over our house because she said the trees and the woods
Started
next to
sucking-
us
yeah.
they were doing the circle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's no good. That's no good at all.
Yeah, when the wind's blowing this way and the trees are sucking back this way, it's a little,
There's an issue.
yeah, it's confusing.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was dicey, and I mean, maybe that'll be our only spring storm. Maybe it won't be.
But
We'll
it probably
see.
won't be.
Probably not.
This has been an odd year. Like, wow, it's already very green outside.
Yes.
And, it's very
It's odd.
very
And
early.
It's dry. It
This
is
is the-
dry for spring, in my opinion.
This is the part of year that sends the Californians back home, right?
They're like the naders.
Is that what you're praying for?
Well, not all of them. I mean, no, there's a lot, I've met a lot of them that have moved here. As political
Most of them
refugees.
came here
And,
for-
yeah, and I like them. They're good
For
people.
good reason, yeah.
Yeah, but this
Asylum.
is the tough part. I had somebody else knew the area back in February when it got up to the 70s, and they're like, oh, is winter over? I'm like, no,
No, silly.
We'll still
boop,
be having
and you boop their nose.
Yeah.
No.
still be having, there's still a snowstorm yet to come, I'm sure.
Actually, I think I saw something for like Easter weekend
sure.
potentially. It could
No
blow
doubt.
through.
Easter's early this year, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are coming along early, Easter's early. Spring has arrived early. It is very green. Yeah, and we'll see. There'll be something.
There'll be a
There'll
snowstorm
be a snow.
in mid-April.
There'll be a snow event.
Did I tell you guys my frankenfruit tree is leafed out?
You did.
has it?
I'm so excited
I am too.
that it is.
I need to go check it.
It survived
Is
the
it-
winter.
Is it producing baked mixed berry pies yet?
No,
that
not
sounds
yet.
nice.
I don't. I planted. What did I plant? I
I'd eat
forgot.
pie.
An apple,
I love a good pie.
apple tree,
too.
a cherry
Hope you had a good
tree,
pie day last week.
and something else. I planted 3 trees all together in the same hole because I want to see what would happen. And I think one of them didn't make it last year, but there's at least one that's like producing some buzz.
There's
But I need to go.
life.
I
There's
need to go out there and look at and see if how many of the different little pieces.
Speaking of, where's Emma? I need Emma. Emma, I need some strawberry plants.
she's probably getting ready to open.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I've seen the sign, and I want to say it's in April.
Emma, can you comment?
I've seen the sign, and I am excited to have our friend Emma's outpost open again. Get some delightful plants. I had to dig mine up yesterday. I'm having some work done on the outside of my house, and I was frantically digging plants because I got I'm going to be there in the morning call, and I'm like, well, time to dig up some plants.
That's fun.
So I have a wheelbarrow of plants in my garage. We'll see how that goes.
They may or may not make it, huh?
Yeah, we dug up a Japanese maple, and it was in there. I don't know if it'll.
Where are you going to put a tree that size, Griswold? Picturing.
Show you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it? Yeah, yeah,
I have a visual of what's in your garage right now. And It's
Yeah.
a big root wad.
yeah. It's not that, but yeah.
Wow.
But it's fun, you know. And I am excited, though, because once I get these 2 projects done, I will be done with the major projects, hopefully forever. There'll be some little stuff. And last night I was laying there and I was like, of course my appliances would all explode while this electric situation's going on, because I literally said, you know, an hour or so ago, hey, we're getting close to the end of the major costly project.
Right, yeah. Famous last words.
Goosh.
Did you lose any appliances?
I think they're all fine.
Okay, they didn't get fried.
Well, it got freaky because, you know, half the stuff in the house
They
was
started
working and stuff
chirping.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
The oven, the fridge, and the heat were all not working. And I was like, if we fried the motherboards on all these,
On all of them, wow.
we were in a pickle.
Yeah.
That's
A
gonna
dill
be
pickle.
A dill pickle.
Ugh, gross. That's the
Big
worst
old
kind.
dill pickle.
Well, Lauren, I don't think the projects ever end. What
They
I'm coming to
don't.
realize is
They
that
don't.
by the time you get that project done, the one that you did 10 years
Yeah.
ago has come around again. And it's time
Yeah.
to happen again. So I always attempt to do things like, I think we're just going to try to remodel the whole house. Just like
Just do it. Just go
architect,
for
All at
it.
once.
builder, come out. We're having a meeting.
The problem with that is
about it.
then it all falls apart at the same time, too.
Well,
Ugh.
yeah, but maybe I'm 53. If I can get it to last long enough,
gonna-
it'll be somebody else's problem
That's funny.
when that happens.
Isn't
That
it
is
about
funny.
20 years? And that was so
Yeah.
you're going to die at 73? Is that how it's
No,
gonna
I'm
work?
probably not gonna outlast this one, but I'll
As
have to do it
someone
again.
who
But maybe
is-
I can like move to like a retirement home.
Well, there you go.
know?
Here's my advice to you as someone who's been dealing in a house being remodeled for 2 years. Cleanliness is very important or it like wreaks havoc. I can't tell you how many dust episodes we've had in our
Yeah.
house. And I got smart this last time. I was like, I think this is going to be dusty. So we took all the pictures off the wall and we covered it. It was like
Yeah.
we were moving and it was dusty. And I also have my other recommendation, do not sweep. Don't sweep, shop vac. I can even tell you what shop vac to go get. If you're doing a project in your house and there is dust,
Because you're going to ruin your vacuum cleaner? Is that what you're saying?
no. Well, yeah, maybe.
That too.
One of the best advice I can give if you're doing a home remodel project and you're living in at the time is go to Harbor Freight and get this one particular shop vac. Jesse would have to tell you what kind it is.
R2 suck 2.
And do not flip and sweep, because when you sweep, it brushes
Oh, it
all
brushes
this
it
dust
everywhere.
up into
Yeah.
the air.
Yep.
When you vacuum, it goes in the vacuum. We literally like got HEPA filters and put different filters on our HVAC unit. And had we not done all that, it would have been. I may have just walked away.
I'm considering
and shut
that-
the door and walked away.
We may just like move out for a couple months.
You may have to.
You know,
it's
just-
hard. Remodeling a house while you're living in it is very hard.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
fun.
easy.
Been
It
there,
is
done
not
it
easy.
a couple times.
Yeah. I've
Don't
only done
recommend
it
it.
that way. No, yeah, it's terrible.
Don't recommend not doing it, but don't recommend doing it.
It's worth the juice is worth the squeeze, but
There
it's
you
not
go.
fun.
You know, silly me. I thought, we'll build a house and then we won't have to mess with it.
False.
Yeah. Wrong.
Well, needs change over time, and you want to be comfortable in your home, and it's a great investment, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea.
20 years from now, we'll be putting in a wheelchair ramp and
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna get bionic legs.
bionic legs. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think.
Lieutenant Dan,
Thought
you have
were
new
starting with-
legs.
thought you start with the shoulder,
I may.
bionic
Yeah.
shoulder.
I'm like the $6 million man, but I'm getting an AI shoulder.
To go with your AI glasses.
What's going on?
Speaking of AI, and I don't ever follow the royal stuff. Have you heard this whole crazy thing going on with Kate Middleton?
No.
I hadn't either.
I got a little bit of it. So there was.
It is kind of
people were like,
interesting.
"Hey, we haven't seen her in a while. Is something wrong?" And
How's
then
she doing?
And then they released this picture, this like family photo with her in it. But then I think, and this is where it gets a little fuzzy for me, she wasn't really in the photo.
They release a photo of her, and it's like an AI generated photo. Like people are missing fingers, and everyone's fingers are crossed, and like there's all these things that they immediately, people who do follow the royal family are like, this is a fake photo, and then they're like, oh, never mind, it was kind of a fake photo. She was tinkering with Photoshop. It's like, well, now I'm like interest is sparked.
She's
Like,
not. Where is she?
Where is
She's
she?
not alive.
Yeah.
Where is she?
They've done something with Kate.
She got Diana'd.
Oh, jeez.
Let's open that one up. No, but the thing with AI pictures,
wow,
if you
that's
wanted,
so
it can't do fingers. It's really bad at doing
I
fingers.
can't draw fingers either.
And neither
I don't
can
know what to
AI.
do with my
so You'll
fingers.
see, the hands will always
I don't
look.
know what to do with them right
my
now.
hands. But the hands will always look really weird. And a lot.
Isn't that interesting though? This is classic like human nature and the things we create. We just can't quite get it
We
right.
almost had it. We didn't think about the fingers. Yeah.
God's
because
like,
we're not God.
yeah, God's like, I'm going to make those fingers so complicated to draw, no one will be able to draw them.
No.
Hee hee hee.
Yeah, which is true. I mean, I remember art class as a kid, like, golly, face is all right.
Noses and fingers, impossible to draw.
I never had that problem. I couldn't draw anything, so
Well,
it really didn't
I
matter.
didn't even try.
I didn't even try.
It's just
Yeah.
the tap out on that one.
My kids are better artists than I am, and so they'll be like, "Mom, could you draw with us?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. As long as you don't laugh at me.
Stick with a smiley
It's
face on.
so bad, so bad.
Well, they have the Brooklyn at if you didn't see.
I saw that yesterday. I almost got it, but I'm like, golly, I don't need a double sando for lunch.
Pretty
You always need a
good.
double sando.
I don't know.
But you could always, the thing is, you can eat half of it and you can wrap the other half up and stick it in the
in
fridge. and
theory,
eat it
yeah.
later.
But I know what's going to happen.
gonna eat
That
the whole
sandwich
thing.
is going to be looking at me,
Delicious.
and it's
And
like, just finish me off,
I'm so
Lauren.
good. Just have it.
Just have another
Because-
bite.
Do it.
So-
You're not a quitter.
Just eat that sandwich.
He makes a Reuben, and then he makes another sandwich on top of the Reuben. So you've got your Reuben, and then you've got basically another Reuben, but made with pastrami.
They had a clip of Kate walking this morning on the news.
It's good to know. We've got a
I
Kate
would
sighting.
also hate to be scrutinized that way.
But can we
Agreed.
be for sure that it was Kate?
Could have been AI.
Was it her stunt double?
Did anybody look at her fingers?
Okay. Neighbor's tree, lightning, broke Vicky's window.
Wow.
Broke the glass on the
Wow.
patio. There's wood all over the whole area. Oh my goodness. That
was
must have
an
been during the
adventure.
storm the other
An
night.
adventure, yeah.
Some crazy lightning.
Yeah, it was insane.
Glad you're okay, Vicky. That's scary.
That is good.
Wow.
But no, the Reuben, because I got a Reuben is what
Mm-hmm.
I got at Divine yesterday, and he mentioned the Brooklyn, and I was like, that's too much sandwich for me.
Boy,
I
it's
can't do
good.
that this morning.
Because the
I eat
Reuben's
early.
the corned beef, and then the extra layer is all pastrami. So you get corned beef and pastrami in the same sandwich, which are virtually the same thing. It's just there's a little difference between. Pastrami is a smoked corned beef, basically.
We were talking about the different. Oh yeah, because St. Patty's Day happened over. We had corned beef on Sunday.
As did we.
It was tasty. It was delicious. What's your take on St. Patrick's Day?
They'll never be able to AI divine stando.
Speaking of that,
that's,
Pastor.
That's going to be an original
Well,
for the question, Kevin.
I'm just really grateful that Ireland no longer has to deal with snakes. I mean, I think that's
There you go.
the greatest achievement of old Pat. And no,
I just demonstrated my time
Pat-
traveling abilities. I answered Kevin's question before it popped up on the screen.
it's incredible.
Whoa!
I didn't even know what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what I was
I
talking
love Patrick. I'm sad that it's about getting sloshed. I think
I love
it's-
Patrick.
I
I'm
think it's-
sad it turned into a drunken
Yeah,
debauchery.
it's a shame that it's a reason for everybody to become Irish, drunken Irishmen.
I always just I'm like I just like corned beef.
I love wearing green. Green's a good color for me.
I've never been to a St. Patty's Day parade, but I don't think I want to.
I don't think I want to go.
They seem to have turned into exhibitions
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
and
know.
not family-friendly ones.
I don't know. I've never really been to parade because I mean let's admit there's probably a little Irish in just about half or
Oh,
more
yeah.
of the people who live in this area.
For sure.
Easy.
But there's not a whole lot of full-blooded
Yeah.
Irish communities running
Yeah.
around here.
No, Appalachia and the Ozarks are both
heavily
settled
Welsh,
by Irish.
Irish,
Yep.
Yeah.
Scottish.
But it's like I don't see
Anglo-Saxons.
like Irish flags flying, and there's not an Irish neighborhood, and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, we don't-
we all dabble,
Right.
but we're not, fully committed. We're not leprechauns. So
No. I mean, you've got the shins of a
I've
leprechaun.
got the shins.
You're the closest we got,
I
Lauren.
got the shins of a leprechaun, but and almost the height.
And no pot of
But
gold.
here's what I did though. It was my grandparents got married on St. Patrick's Day, and so they're no longer with us. So we were celebrating their anniversary
Oh,
on
that's
St.
cool.
Patrick's
That's
Day
cool.
with a potluck. And what I did, I found this hilarious. I made a veggie tray with a peppers rainbow. And I woke up too early on Sunday. And a peppers rainbow and celery grass. And then I made a plate of deviled eggs. And so that was your
go.
pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Nice.
It was fun. I had a good time with
Maiden
it.
name was Flynn. Oh, there you go.
Oh, Flynn?
Oh, Flynn. Oh.
There's some debate whether my people are Scottish or Irish. I think we're Scottish. We seem to have the temperaments of Scottish people.
Well,
Listen, Irish and Scottish are all angry people,
Yeah,
my mother's side was Galloway,
Yeah.
which will tell you where that comes from.
They're all. I don't blame them.
I mean, think about the weather. I'd be angry too.
Weather and the potatoes. Just make
Okay,
you
you got plenty of
angry.
potatoes.
Potatoes make me quite happy.
So I
but-
just watched a Somebody Feed Phil episode where he was in like Ireland over there. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, all the food, because you think that the food is not good, but
I bet it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I bet it's pretty
I bet
good,
it's.
too.
Yeah, I bet it's pretty comforting.
you
Decent
get a
food.
nice elevated shepherd's pie.
I love a shepherd's pie. No mushrooms, but you know.
No mushrooms.
No mushrooms, no dill.
pickles.
We're
Yeah.
learning.
I like a shepherd's pie. No mushrooms, no dill. Sir, it doesn't have those in it anyway.
Just to be sure. Yeah, I'm that guy when I order sushi, like no cucumber. They didn't have cucumber. Well, okay, I just want to make
I
sure
just
there's
don't
no
want.
cucumber.
I don't want cucumber
So
to
we're
touch
on the
my
same
sushi.
page.
I'd like it if you got cucumber out of your shop. Like, can we just do that right now? Can we throw
So
all
no-
the cucumbers away?
So no cucumber either.
Oh, it's so cucumber's such a strong flavor. It literally ruins everything.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I-
Once cucumber is even entered the room, it's like, oh, that just ruined everything.
Lived to be 112.
Wow.
She was a Subway school.
Subway?
Is that an autocorrect?
That may have been a
We may have an autocorrect, or
substitute school
maybe we
teacher?
used to have
Shit,
Subway school teachers.
Was it her grandma? Who was it? Mother, grandma? Which one? Flynn?
Flynn? Yeah.
Cucumbers are back to cucumber. They're
They
a
just-
strong flavor.
They overwhelm me.
I have
Just-
never considered cucumbers a strong flavor.
In fact,
Okay,
I
well,
would
maybe it's just a
argue-
nasty flavor that infused, like it just, once it's there, like that's all I can taste.
I have
Wow.
never known anyone to be like attacked by cucumbers.
Oh,
like that's the thing that
it
gets them.
attacks my taste buds. Like
Wow.
it can be the most delicious tasting thing in the world, and it's like, there's a hint of cucumber there. Ugh.
Wow. Okay.
Weird. That is
Like,
weird.
how do people drink
I
cucumber
think
water?
you had cucumber trauma at some point because it is.
I have no
like,
issue with
what
cucumbers.
happened to you as you're like in a garden?
I
I
was
fell.
like,
I slipped on a cucumber right
So
in my
you
head.
don't do the cucumber, sliced cucumbers, onion, and vinegar, and
That's disgusting.
it's delicious.
Oh.
Fantastic.
So no.
Ugh.
So it's not just dill. It's no pickles.
Just
We're gonna have to make a list.
cucumbers.
Cucumber is one of the least offensive ingredients.
No, it's
that the
the
good
most.
Lord gave
it
us.
assaults everything you put it in.
I'm so confused right now. How have I known you for this long?
I just.
So have you ever had like a well-meaning parishioner walk up to you and be like, Ballard, I've made you this
Oh.
delicious salad. Will you take a bite?
I mean,
So British tea would not be a good time for you when they have all the little cucumber sandwiches.
it's-
Oh, I do love a good cucumber sandwich. It's so good.
Yeah,
You have
so
had the raw. There you go. Sue's
No.
she's gonna
I
educate
think
you.
he
Listen.
said cucumber trauma.
I've grown cucumbers because Shayna loves them.
Oh, Kate Middleton eats cucumbers.
She's
eating-
English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Well, you know
tried.
what?
You've grown them. Like, can you look at them and be like, I hate you. I hate you. in the
No,
garden?
like I just look at that. I can grow a good cucumber. But like, why would you eat those?
Cucumbers hate you too.
Yeah.
What else don't you? I need to know what else.
Tomatoes. I grew a bunch of tomatoes last year.
Really.
You don't like tomatoes or cucumbers?
I like tomatoes because they make
So
sauce.
how about a nice tabbouleh?
So tomatoes are redeemable. Cucumbers are not.
So
the
tzatziki
theological
sauce is
implications
like,
of the cucumber tomato debate will be fantastic. So no tabbouleh salad for you.
No tabbouleh.
No tabbouleh.
no tzatziki, no tabbouleh,
No.
no
It's gross.
cucumber,
No
no
hero.
no,
We're not going to eat a hero.
Nope.
Hey,
Hate it.
boy, vey.
Yeah, when we went to Israel, and we had
There's just cucumbers
yeah.
raining from everywhere.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
They'll hide them and stuff too.
I don't like olives either, by the way.
I don't know.
Do we
if
need to end the show right now?
Yeah,
How do you eat?
we're done.
Hey,
We're done. I need to rethink my friendship.
The
with
waffle.
Chris
The
Ballard.
waffle is currently looking for a third host.
The Mediterranean diet hates you right now.
Yeah, I hate the Mediterranean diet.
A muffaletta? No, you can't know because the olive salad. I
Yeah.
love the
Good
olive
morning,
salad
Skinners.
on muffaletta.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Skinner's is a wonderful example.
And
Where-
they hauled their trailer out. I saw the picture on Facebook. They're getting
You
ready
know
to
what
open.
that
they
is the sign of spring.
They
is
do
seeing
good
the-
things like meat and beans.
Yes, meat.
Thank
and
you,
beans.
Skinners.
Good
Deidre,
stuff.
can you do a nice cucumber salad for Ballard? He would really like that. Everyone,
You get the curse.
he's
the
got
cucumbers.
the cucumber curse. I can't even say that. Chris's cucumber curse.
Hey, beautiful, beautiful
A
alliteration right
cantankerous
there.
cucumber coddled Chris.
causing caustic.
I think we need to go now. Yes, Deidre, do
It's
it.
coming. on the menu.
It is a beautiful
gross.
sight to see the red Skinner's truck on the horizon as you're going down 60.
You know, spring is sprung because
Spring is
Skinner's
sprung.
is here.
There you
The
go.
cucumber plants are going and Skinner's truck's out there.
Oh boy.
I think we should end it because I
We
have
do.
to rethink my friendship with Ballard.
Man, I need to go
gotta-
get some chicken nuggets.
I got to go write an estate plan for somebody.
Chicken nuggets for lunch.
Nuggets,
I
Chucky
want
milk.
chicken and fries.
I want chicken.
and fries and pepperoni pizza. We can't do
Cheese
pepperoni
pizza.
either because it gives you heartburn.
It does give me heartburn.
Hey, it's just-
Chris,
you're
is
gonna
it
use-
you or is it the food?
It's going to use their own
I think
cucumbers.
it's yeah.
Awesome.
I think Chris, you may be the problem.
I am the problem. I am the problem. Something seriously wrong with me.
All right.
Okay, we gotta go.
We got to go. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.